Hello and welcome to Cuppa Time. I'm really thrilled that you've joined me today, and I'm also really pleased to see Gabriele. So hi, Gabriele.
Hi, Fiona.
Nice to see you. It's been obviously a few weeks since we've caught up in contact meetings, whatever you want to call those. This could be an in contact meeting as well because we're contacting. Since we've been physically at the same meeting. So how are you doing? How are you getting on?
Oh yeah, well, I've missed everyone for a starter point. It doesn't feel too different as I'm working from home. So in that perspective, it's not too bad. The girls are here, my husband is here, so I'm feeling a little bit like, yeah, we've got at least a family around. But I miss my parents, miss friends, miss just going out when I fancy it. It's like every 10-day shopping trip. It's like, oh, it's like an exciting thing.
I know. I'm outside. I've left the house.
I know, and I'm thankful that we have a dog, so we can at least take her out and get a walk in or get a run in. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So for you, nature of Cuppa Time, do you have a favourite cup or cups there, please?
Yes, I have pulled two. I love this.
Yes. Oh, it's got money on it.
Big. Yeah, it's massive. It's massive. My daughter actually made this for me, my little one, about, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. It's quite a while ago. And she had 5 minutes to go and do it. She was desperate to make me a cup. And I said, we have to go to ballet. We haven't got time. But she wanted to. So I took her very quickly to Home Grange Craft Village, which is close by. And she made this cup. And when you think about it, in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes max, it was absolutely amazing. And I love it. And it's so big. So when I have my lovely coffee in the mornings, which I don't have in there at the moment, I love drinking it. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Love this one. And this was done by my other daughter when she was little. And I just love the drawing. This could just be me because I can't draw for the world of it. At least the hair colours are right.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
But I do love these cups. And they seem to be working and going forever. So they're absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, I think they're so nice. I know that for my daughters, they did similar-ish things at school and or school time, primary school time, and the drawings, you can't get that time back. It's lovely to see that and recap those times in your head. So
I know. I love when you do that.
But on the drawing side, I've seen a few friends that don't draw or have never drawn, and they've been doing drawing classes whilst they're in this situation. So even if you can't draw, there's always an option to try.
Yeah, I know. Most of the other three of my family, they can actually draw. I can't. Okay, I can do a house. I'm actually quite good at straight lines. So straight lines are fine. As long as it's straight in any way or form. Houses, interiors, yes, I could draw that. But that's about it. Anything which looks a bit more. We did a little funny thing the other day on one of the Facebook pages where everybody had to quickly draw a pig.
Right.
Oh my God. Mine, I don't know what it looked like. Very fat pig.
Yeah, I mean, it depends if it's your thing and if you're interested. Must admit, it's maybe colouring in I'd do, but I wouldn't be doing drawing. Anyway, I take us away from the subject. So in terms of what uplifts you, is there anything in particular that you do each day or each week that helps to keep you in a great place?
Oh, I think firstly is that I try and make sure that I go out. If I can, once a day, even if it's just going outside the front door and just having some fresh air. Yeah. But that's very important. But for me, I think it's always been more important that, and I realise this, when I get up, I need to get up, get washed, get ready. So put a little bit of makeup on. It doesn't have to be a lot, but just a little bit, and then go and get some clothes on I feel comfortable with. But actually nice clothes. I don't want to just be in my jogging trousers or in my PJs all day. It just doesn't work. And if I do this, I'm actually ready to go and have a day, even if I can't go anywhere. But it feels it's more ready. And then I'm happy and hunky and can run around and smile, and then everyone else would smile. And that makes a massive difference. Yeah.
I think it puts you in a little bit of a productive mindset, whereas I think 1 or 2 days I have had my dressing gown on. Other days I've dressed, but a couple of days I have had the dressing gown on, and I guess, well, for me anyway, I will have this easy I'll do it later, and not much has got done on those days. So yeah, I actually agree with you. Getting up and getting yourself ready does make a difference to where you're at.
Yeah, it always does. When you you know, when you used to do the school vans, when you had to go very early to drop them off and they were little, yeah? And people just say, where are you going today? You're dressed up. I said, I'm not. I just don't really fancy going in jogging trousers. I like having, even if it's jeans and something on top, it makes you feel a little bit more something special is happening. And if you then go into an office, yes, you are dressed. If you're not going to an office, you still work, whatever you do. And I think that helps.
Yeah, and it's time as well, because if you have to go back and get changed, then it's time out of your schedule. When without children, you've got your own time. Well, time to do what you need to do. Anyway, have you changed much? You work from home anyway, but have you changed much by being at home full time now?
Well, I think the hardest bit for me was that although I work from home, but suddenly I've got 3 other people at home all the time, which yes, they have the odd things where the school allows it to them or home working anyway. But that was hard in the beginning to figure out where I actually can sit to get on with my work.
Yes.
So don't have to run around the house and find a little spot somewhere. That's one. And then trying to actually which is really hard, but I think I had to start doing a little timetable, which sounds funny. But I think that was the only way to say, okay, this is what I do. I spend this amount of time on doing X, Y, and Z. Because when I do this, I actually sit down and do it. And then go out and just maybe say, no, I've got an hour where we sit down and have lunch. We actually sit down and have lunch, maybe play a game, and then do some more on a different subject you wanted to do. I've tried to go and do different things, so not just adding things. It's also learning new things, learning new skills, developing and evolve and change.
Yeah. I think for us, when you say timetable, we don't have a timetable now. We have structure. Well, we have structure that each of us gets along with. The thing that immediately it brought me back to was living at home with my parents and my sister, and we just had the one toilet at the time and the one bathroom, and it would be from 7 o'clock till 7:10. Dad's in there. From 7:10 to 7:20, my sister was in. And it was quite strict. And if you weren't out, people would get annoyed. Anyway, I
can imagine that.
That's my past. Anyway, in terms of you yourself, is there anything that, as we come to an end, that people might not know about you that you could surprise us with?
Well, you know what? I've been trying to do lots of things before we go there. It's on. I know everybody knows I'm a photographer. People know I do sell clothes. I'm trying to be there for people if I can, for either of the two, and talk to them and sell things. And from the clothing perspective, we've had lots of little questions the other day where people asked, has anybody ever sewn anything? What can you do? And that brought me back to what I used to do, because I used to do ballroom dancing.
Oh, did you?
In Germany, long time ago. Loved it. And I can remember sewing 13 meters of stupid feathers on a standard dress, or putting 101 million little beads and seeds and everything on. That was really interesting, and a lot of people don't know, because a lot of people, I think, nowadays always put people into a bucket and forget that they might have had a past, what they did before.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of us have funny things we used to do when we were younger, and we still love it, but you don't really do it anymore.
Yeah. So when you put all the beads on and all the feathers on, would they stay on during your dances, or would they trail around the dance floor?
No, the feathers are everywhere. They always used to go everywhere. They still go everywhere. I have one of my dresses still here, and when you just take it out to show someone, you go like, oh my God. The feathers will be everywhere for weeks on end.
Well, I've sewn buttons on things. I've sewn beads. My mum had a thing when I was in the Guides years ago to differentiate my Wellington boots and my sister's Wellington boots from everyone else. She thought this was a really good idea. On the rim of the Wellington boot, we went in and out and we put beads on the top of the Wellington boots.
I bet they looked amazing. There were probably special offers now, special items now to buy on eBay.
They were different from everybody else's, and we knew which ones were ours because my sister had to do hers as well. But it was the fact, even with a thimble, trying to push a needle in and out through
Yeah.
Wellington
Yeah.
boots was hard work. Anyway, that's yeah. I don't do a lot of sewing either, so I wanted to just sort of thank you for your time today. I'm really pleased to have been able to catch up with you, because sometimes when we do meet in person, there's not a lot of time to talk. So it's
I
been
know.
nice to chat a little bit before, and I'm sure we will afterwards, is the nature of Cuppa Time. And keep well during these times, and I hopefully will catch up with you soon, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Fiona. Thank you for everything. Speak to you soon.
All right, bye-bye for now.
Bye.